Graph y is greater than negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 34. This is an inequality, which means I have to understand two things. But before I can even consider that, I don't even know what this guy looks like. So why don't I graph this out? And in order to help me graph it out, why don't I find out where the vertex is so that I know where the middle lies? So the vertex is negative b over 2a. So u would be my a, u would be my b. So if my x is negative b over 2a, that's negative 16 over 2 times negative 2, which is going to be negative 16 over negative 4, which is going to be 4. So all the action begins at 4. This is a negative leading coefficient, so this is going to open downward. So this guy is going to look like this, and if you're like, whoa, 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 what's wrong with your graph? Give me a minute. It's going to look like this. And whatever happens just to the right of it is going to behave exactly just to the left of it, and all the action again starts at 4. So why don't I make a little table of x values, right? 4 is going to be in the middle. Let me plug in 4, let me plug in 5, let me plug in 6. Whatever I get for 5, 3 is going to behave the same. Whatever I get for 6, 2 is going to behave the same, because whatever I get for 5, that happens mirror image, that happens mirror image. All right, so let's plug in 4. My vertex. When I plug in 4, which is my vertex, I'm going to get negative 2 times 4 squared plus 16 times 4 minus 34. Okay, that's going to be negative 2 times 16 plus 64 minus 34. Negative 2 times 16 is negative 32. Negative 32 plus 64 is 32, and 32 minus 34 is negative 2. I had to do a little bit of hand waving. I ran out of space there. So 4, negative 2. There's the dot. Let's plug in 5, see what happens. And when I plug in 5, 3 is going to give me the same thing. So negative 2 times 5 squared plus 16 times 5 minus 34. Okay. 5 squared is 25, negative 2 times that is negative 50. Just trying to do a little bit more. 16 times 5 is, what is that, 80? Minus 34. So negative 50 plus 80 is 30. 30 minus 34 is negative 4. So if 5 is negative 4, then 3 is negative 4. These are y values. I don't know why I didn't do that. 3 is negative 4. Okay, let's do it again for 6. Negative 2 times 6 squared plus 16 times 6 minus 34. 6 squared is 36. Negative 2 times 36 is negative 72. 16 times 6 is 96. Then you have minus 34. 96 minus 72 is 16. No, it's 26. No, actually it's 24. I don't know what I was thinking. And 24 minus 34 is negative 10. So since 6 is negative 10, 6 is negative 10, that would mean 2 is also negative 10, and I've run out of spaces. Now, the general idea behind all of this is the fact that we have a greater than symbol living right there. Greater than symbol means two things. Thing number one is that it's a dashed line. That's why I made that picture look like that. So why don't I connect these best I can. Dash line, boom. Thing number two is this is greater than. And since this is greater than, that means you're going to shade above the line. So all of this is me shading above the curve, above the line. Now, this is an inequality. So what an inequality represents is any point in this shaded region is a solution to this inequality. If I plug in 0, 0 and do a little bit of math, I'm going to get a true statement because 0, 0 lives in the shaded region. If I plug in 6, negative 2 into this, do some math, I'm going to get a true statement. However, if I plug anything that's in the non-shaded region or anything on the line, it's going to be a false statement. So when you're graphing an inequality, you're finding all the possible solutions that if I were to plug that point into the original question, do a little bit of math, it's going to be true if it lives in the shaded region. That's how you do it.